Okay, guys, here's the thing. So Adam and Eve were hanging out in the Garden of Eden, the garden God had created for them. Everything they needed was there in that beautiful garden. In the middle of the garden, God had planted one tree that he told them not to eat from. Everything else they could eat, but don't eat from this one tree. Now in heaven there had been a big war, and an angel called Lucifer had gotten thrown out with his followers. We'll come back to that when we get to the prophets. This angel called Lucifer was now down here, and he decided he was going to mess with Adam and Eve to get back at God. So he presented himself to Eve in the form of a serpent, and he said, "Has God really said that you can't eat from any of the trees of the garden?" And Eve said, "We can eat from any of the trees in the garden except this one. We can't eat from this one tree or even touch it, or we will die." You see, one or the other had added, "or even touch it," to the commandment. So the serpent, who was Satan, said, "You won't surely die. God doesn't want you knowing what he knows. Wouldn't you like to be like God?" She says, "Oh yeah, I would like to be like God." So she believed the serpent that this would make her like God, and she saw that it looked good and smelled good. So she ate some and gave some to Adam, and he ate it too. As soon as they ate it, they both realized they were naked. They had never noticed that before. Then they heard God walking in the garden, and they hid themselves because they were naked. But the Lord called out, "Adam, where are you?" Adam answered, "I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." God said, "Seriously, you ate from the tree I told you not to eat from." Adam said, "The woman you gave me gave it to me." Then God said to Eve, "What have you done?" Eve said, "The serpent tempted me, and I ate." So then the fun starts. God said to the serpent, and I'm going to read this straight from the NIV, "Cursed are you above all livestock and all wild animals. You will crawl on your belly, and you will eat dust all the days of your life. And I will put enmity between you and the woman." That means they would be constantly hostile toward each other. "And between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel." Then God said to Eve, "You are going to be hurting when you give birth. You are going to want your husband, and he is going to rule over you." To Adam he said, "Because of you, the ground is cursed. Getting food to grow is going to leave you aching all the days of your life. There are going to be weeds growing, and you are going to sweat to get food. Then when you die, you will return to the ground from which you were taken." Then God made garments for them out of animal skins. God said, "Now man is like us in the sense that he knows good and evil. He must not be allowed to reach out and take from the tree of life and live forever." So God kicked them out of the garden and put cherubim, that's a particular kind of angel, with a flaming sword flashing back and forth to guard the way to the tree of life.